Hello children. Today we will start with a new lesson in civics. It is lesson number 6, Rural Administration. What is meant by rural? Rural is the places surrounding the cities, towns, and it is the place where the population density is very low and we cannot expect all types of facilities over there. And next, what is meant by administration? So, administration is defined as the act of managing duties, responsibilities, etc. So, in today's lesson, we will study about the rural administration. Administration is defined as the act of managing duties, responsibilities, tasks, etc. For example, consider the school management system. In this, the principal takes over the task of administration. He manages the faculties and the teachers, and he also sets up the rules in order to run the school. So, therefore, the system of administration is permanent in nature. Even though the individuals may be shifted, moved, or changed, the administration continues to be function. Learning objectives. In this lesson, we shall study about the district administration and also the organization of district administration, which includes police and land and revenue. And next we will study about the maintenance of civic amenities. And finally we will study about the equality to women. Now let us see about the process included in the administration, that is the functions of the administration. It includes the process of maintaining law and order. And next, the process of administration ensures all records are maintained properly. These records includes the land records, properties record, birth records, death and education and so on. So, it is the process of maintaining the records properly. And next, to provide and maintain the standard of civic amenities. Civic amenities is the facilities provided by the government or the municipality to the common people. It includes the facility like health, education, water, electricity supply, infrastructure and developmental projects. The function of administration also includes rescue and relief in case of calamity. Calamity means some natural disasters like flood, cyclone. So, it is also the function of the administration to help and save people in case of calamity. Next, it is the collection of taxes and revenue. District administration. We know that every state in our country is further divided into districts for the purpose of easy administration. And now we will study about the district administration. The district magistrate or the DM. So, district magistrate is also called as DM, is the highest executive officer at the district level. So, at the district level, the district magistrate is the highest executive officer. He or she is responsible for smooth administration in whole of the district. So, the district magistrate is the highest executive officer of the district. and he is responsible for the administration of the whole district. He is also called the district collector and deputy commissioner. The district magistrate performs his administration task with the help of his officers who are below him. There are basically three divisions of district administration. They are the law and order, maintenance of land records, and collection of land revenue, that is the land tax. And the third one is maintenance of civic amenities and development. We have already studied about what is meant by civic amenities. Civic amenities are the facilities provided by the government or the municipality to the common people. So this is the organization chart of a district administration. We have already studied that the district magistrate is the highest executive officer of the district, and he is responsible for the administration of the whole district. The main functions carried out by the district magistrate are maintenance of law and order, maintenance of land records and collection of land revenue, and then civic amenities and development. The maintenance of law and order is carried out by the police. So the various categories of the police are given here from the highest category to the lowest. And next one is the maintenance of land records and collection of land revenue is carried out by the Tahsildar. Below him are the Naib Tahsildar or Patwari. Patwari is also called as Lekpal. And next it is civic amenities and development. In this, the facilities provided to the people is characterized into several departments, and the head of each department looks after the administration of their respective tasks or duties. Some of the departments in civic amenities includes the Department of Health, the Department of Education, Food and Civil Supplies, Public Publication Department, etc. Police. We know already about the duties of the police, and now we will see in more detail about the responsibilities of these police. The police in a district level looks after the law and orders in district. There are various police stations in a district. The strength of the police force in a district can vary depending on the area and prevailing law and order situation. That is, the number of police officers in a district may vary according to the district's law and order. And now let us see about the responsibilities of the police. The duties of the police includes prevention of crime and ensure the safety of the people. If any of the people or the public files a complaint about being harmed by anybody or being injured or regarding a stolen property, robbery or cheating, it is the duty of the police to investigate the matter and bring the guilty to the book. That is, they have to investigate over the complaint and they have to arrest the concerned person. If a person feels threatened by someone, he or she can seek protection from the police, and it is the duty of the police to provide protection for that person. The police is also responsible to ensure that no one disturbs normal peace. The police takes steps to check entry and exit routes in fairs, that is, in exhibitions, markets, and also in meetings, that is, in public meetings. They also take the responsibility of maintaining the peace during the festival seasons. The police also maintains a jail at the district level. So, who will be put into the jail? Yes, anyone who commits a crime can be jailed by the magistrate. The police then ensures that the criminal remains in jail for the period of his or her punishment. So, the criminal will be put in jail and he has to undergo the punishment for a time period. The police has also a lockup or a cell in the police station where they can keep a suspected criminal for a short period till such time the investigations are on. So in police stations there are lockups or cell where the suspected criminal is kept in the cell for a short period of time during his period of investigation. Land and revenue. The maximum disputes among the people living in a society are due to ownership of land. That is, maximum conflict or fight எதனால வருது? Because people want to own more property. They want to be the owners of more property. Even in most of the families, there are disputes or conflicts or fights because for the shares in the property. Isn't it? You would have seen it. So land is costly and it causes a lot of disputes to arise. The owner of the land or the property has to pay land revenue to the government. So the government also collects revenue from the owner, which is based on the land owned for agricultural purposes. So therefore it is important to maintain records of land ownership. Patwari. The maintenance of land records and collection of revenue is a major function of the administration. So the land records, what is meant by land records? The land records includes registration of land, crop inspection register, dispute case register, etc. So the maintenance of these land records and collection of revenue, that is the tax, is the major function of the administration. The land and revenue collection is done by the revenue officer. So the land and revenue collection is done by the revenue officer. At the basic village level, a nominated employee of the revenue department maintains all records of land ownership. Such a person is known as Patwari. So at village level, a nominated employee from the revenue department. So a person is appointed by the revenue department to maintain all records of land ownership. Such a person is known as Patwari. The Patwari is known by other names in different regions like Lekpal or Karamchari, etc. Now let us look into the duties of the Patwari. The duties of the Patwari are as follows. He has to maintain a detailed map of the area. He has also to measure and divide it into parts called kashras. He has to measure, mark and record the ownership of land on a map. And he has also to measure the land. And whenever the ownership of the land is changed, he has to update the records and maintain it properly. He should also maintain a separate record of common land of the village, which is for grazing, festivities, etc. So the common land in a village has to be maintained in a separate record by these patwari. And he has also to see that no one should use the land, that is the common land, for their own purpose. He should also keep a record of the crops which are grown on the various patches of the land. He should give information to the district officials about quality and quantity of crop so that the revenue can be charged. So, based on the quality and quantity of the crop grown in a particular land, the revenue, that is the tax, will be charged. He should collect the revenue, that is the tax, from the owners of the land. He has to inform the district authorities in case there is failure of crop due to floods or famine. Dasildar. The functioning of the patwari is supervised at the next level of Dasil or Taluka by the Dasildar. We have already studied that the state is subdivided into number of districts, and these districts are further subdivided into Dasil or Taluka. The Dasildar is the revenue officer at the Dasil level or the Taluka. Each taluk has many villages under it. The Dasildar ensures that the records are maintained properly and the revenue are collected and deposited with the government. The Dasildar also hears the disputes of land at his office and he gives proper judgment after verification of the records which are maintained by the Patwari. District Collector. The highest level of land and revenue for rural areas is the district headquarters. The district collector or the district magistrate is responsible for all the revenue and land related aspects in the district. So, we have already studied that the district magistrate is the head of the district. And this district collector or the district magistrate is responsible for all the revenue and land related aspects in the district. And now let us see the responsibilities of the district collector. The district collector ensures, that is, he looks after whether the Dasildars and Patwaris do their work sincerely. And he also hears to the land disputes and makes proper judgment. He also ensures that the revenue is collected on time and whether it is deposited with the government. He should also give recommendations to the government on matter of compensation in case of crop failure or flood and famine. That is, he has to recommend the government to give proper compensation to the farmers in case of crop failure or during the calamities like flood or cyclone. and it is also the responsibility of the district collector to provide rescue and relief. That is, he has to save and help the people in case of calamity in the district. Maintenance of civic amenities. We have already studied what is meant by civic amenities. Civic amenities are the facilities provided by the government or the municipality to the common people. It includes health facility, education facility, roads, sewage treatment, etc. So, the proper maintenance of the civic amenities is also an important function of the district magistrate or the district collector. He has to ensure that the civic amenities are provided to the people in the district. The district collector has many officers who look after their respective departments, and they should periodically report the status of their departments to the district collector. And now let us see about some of the few departments which looks after the public welfare. Public Works Department. The Public Works Department is looked after by the executive engineer. He looks after the maintenance of government buildings, roads, and other infrastructure. Second one is the Health Department. The civil surgeon or chief medical officer is responsible for the health department. That is, they are the in charge officers of this health department. They look after the dispensaries, hospitals, and other health need of the population. And the third department is the education department. The district education officer is responsible to ensure that all schools in the district, that is, all schools, government schools in the district, are run efficiently and properly. They also ensure that there is regular attendance of the teachers, and they also look after the school buildings and other facilities in the school. Equality to women. The Indian democratic government realized that people in India preferred a male child. The women here are discriminated, that is, they are not given equal rights. To ensure equal status to women in the society, the government introduced the law of inheritance, which was amended in 2005. According to this law, the women were given equal rights in the property of their father. That is, the women are given equal rights to share the property of their father. This was aimed to help in giving them more options of livelihood if they are unmarried or widows. This act also aimed to reduce domestic violence. Domestic violence means the disputes or conflicts in a family. It also led to giving the woman a greater sense of economic self dependency and security. That is, this act provided an encouragement and support and also a confidence to the women's society. Highlights of the Hindu Succession Act 2005. The Hindu Succession Act 2005 came into effect on 9th September 2005. According to this act, the government of India has issued notification to this effect. According to this act, the discrimination based on gender was completely removed. Some of the highlighting features of the amendment are: the daughter of the family will be treated as equal in all respects as the son in the eyes of law of inheritance of property and land. That is, the daughter of the family will also be given equal share in the property as that of the son. The daughter, whether married or unmarried, is allotted the same share as is allotted to a son. In case the daughter has died, the share of the daughter will be transferred to her children. Okay, children, we have completed the lesson, and now let us have a short recap of the lesson. In this lesson, we studied about the district administration. So, who is the head of the district? Yes, it is the district magistrate or the district collector. He is the responsible for person for the administration of the district. Next, we studied about the organization of district administration, which includes the three divisions: the law and order, the maintenance of land records and collection of land revenue, maintenance of civic amenities and development. And then finally, we studied about the equality to women. Okay, children, do your homework and go through all the question and answers given in the PDF. Meet you in the next class. Thank you.